my days, I'm someone that loves what we call freedom. It has been my number one priority all my life. I always love freedom. In fact, my mom, when I was still very young, our local parents, when you are choosy, sometimes, you don't just take anything. They look at you that I hope this boy will not become an armed robber. That's the way they see it. Because when they bring this, you say, no, you want this, you want that. So they see that this guy you are aspiring too high, and they will think you want to become an armed robber. So this is a lesson for all the parents. When we see our children like that, somebody must not become an armed robber to have whatever they want in life, right? So it all started from that stage. So I am someone, I was born in a village. My dad was a farmer, he's late. May God forgive him. My mom is a trader. So, unlike every other children during the weekend, that, other children will be happy, we are going for weekend so that you can have nice time. Mine is the other way around. Because every weekend on Friday, here come the announcement. Everybody get your uniform washed, ironed, and keep it safe. Then we are going to the farm. We are coming back late in the evening on Sunday. Man, it was not easy. I'm always feeling so bad. So I spent all my weekends in the farm. It's always like that. So having a mom who is a trader again, whenever she goes to the market to sell something, she brought something else for you to go and hawk. That was my lifestyle, So, but seriously, I never liked it. I never liked it. So I'm always thinking that can't one have a better life than what we have? Right? I'm always thinking, I never liked this kind of life. And that's always been my drive. Because I made a decision that, okay, if my father is poor and my mom is poor, I mustn't. Right? And my dad had 3 wives. You can imagine the kind of family I come from. 3 good wives. My mom was the last. My mom is the last, of the 3 wives. So we have so many. So which means my dad can only try, right? So all man for himself. And I lost my dad when I was in DS2 to make the matter worse. So the whole responsibility was on my mom. So I always pity her. She has to see us through school, whatever. So I said to myself, we mustn't go like this. I have to change, the story of this family. So that's why when you are dreaming, if you are dreaming for yourself, only for yourself and your immediate family, you are not going to go far. Because all you need is not much, right? So you have to dream bigger than that. Your dream must be bigger than you. So my dream is not only about me changing my life. I want to change the life of entire family. Also, the story of my town, my state, my country, and the entire world. That's always been my dream. So I don't want to go for something that will only benefit me and my immediate family. I want to go for something that can benefit the whole world. So that's always been my dream. And because of that, I have never settled for less. I have never settled for less. Even when I don't have. In fact, this affected me to the extent that people don't dash me money. When I'm dying in hunger, they don't dash me money because they don't see me as somebody who needs. I never pose as somebody who needs. I always want to be in a situation so that I can give. So even when I don't have, you wouldn't know that I don't have. So for that reason, I know I have a long way to go. And I always take every opportunity seriously. Anything that comes my way. I learned how to do printing job. How to operate printing machines. That's where I started. And only because I want to have my time to myself. Please, let's remember, number 1, my freedom. I want to have my time to myself. So whatever I want to do, I want to be in charge of my time. So I go to learn how to, do printing and all those kind of things. I did that for a while. One day I sat down. I said, okay, I've been doing this for a while. This is only where it could take me. So if I continue for the next 5 or 10 years, what will become of me? That I couldn't see anything. Overnight, I told my wife, I'm leaving this job. So what are you going to do? I said, I don't know. but not this, because it's not taking me anywhere. So this is one thing in life. Whatever you are doing at the moment, right? Just sit down and think about it. I've been doing this for how many years now? Okay, is this all where this can take me right now? Okay, if I do this for the next years, where is it taking me? You need to get that clarity. So if it's not taking you anywhere, then you need plan B. So I dropped that. I say, okay, this work I'm doing, there are people who go out there and get some contracts in millions. They come to my shop, they pay me peanuts. And the whole job depends on me. I made the job look good so that they can get another, and I'm getting peanuts. So that's not who I want to be. So I dropped that. I said, okay, I want to start going to the offices. And I started. Gradually, I remember the first time I got a contract of 6 million naira, I was like, whoa, will I be in that shop and get 6 million naira job? The whole journey started and things was getting better. But I always wanted more, right? Because there's something in life. The only thing that is constant is change. I'm talking about 2013, 14, during Jonathan. This was, everything was going fine. We get contracts and all that. So another government came, and it was like, it's not the same thing we've been doing that is working for us. So I need to think outside the box. I started, to become a car dealer. I would travel all the way to Benin Republic, Cotonou, get a car, bring to Nigeria. Imagine I used to drive from Cotonou down to Abuja. Sometimes I enter Abuja like 2 a.m. driving. Nigeria was good then, no issue. Only me, I will not even carry anybody, be driving down. We've done all sorts of things. Why? We are heading somewhere. And we are trying everything to make sure we get there. So this happened for a while. Sometimes you give the cars to the car dealers to sell. They sold the car. They'll be telling you lies. You lost money. All stuff of things. So another opportunity came. Someone was bringing some, kind of this Maggi stuff from Spain. A friend asked me to introduce them to a particular restaurant. I saw it. Somebody is already looking for opportunities. Your eye will always open. And no opportunity will pass you by without recognizing this is an opportunity. So I have a friend who is a restaurant manager, and this guy wanted me to introduce the seasoning to that restaurant. I look at it, I say, I think this will be good. Can I test it myself? He said, yeah. I gave to my wife to use it, and it was amazing. I said, okay. I'm not going to introduce you. How much are you going to be giving me this so that I can be supplying these people? So I approached the manager of the restaurant. I gave them a sample. They like it. They said I should start with 5 cartons. That was how that business started as well. I dominate Abuja. I was trying to expand to other cities. Do you know what my thinking was at that time? I'm looking for something. I'm looking for leverage. I never knew anything about this opportunity I'm about to share with you. I'm just telling you about my journey. I was looking for leverage because, right back in the days, I know something that if you want to become a millionaire, it's not that hard. All you need is an idea. An idea. And this idea must be something that people need. And all I'm looking for is not something very big. I used to think if that cannot even cost more than 50 naira, right? 50 naira, and I have like 1 million people to subscribe. Am I not 50 million naira richer? So that's the way I used to think, numbers. But I don't know how to go about it. So when I saw the opportunity, I said, okay, let me start from Abuja, supplying this product. I started, it was not easy because it's not a product that people know. So it took a lot of strategies and everything to, break into the market. So it becomes something that people accept and everything. So when this government came on board, remember there was a time the dollar just shoot up. And because it was one-man business, this guy could not continue to bring the stuff. And all my effort, because what I'm aiming at is, imagine every day, we are selling like, let's say 1,000 cartons. We supply like 1,000 every day. So by the time we enter that state, it grows. and let's say my profit is like 300 or 400 naira on each carton times the number of supply. That's the way I used to think. So I just want to sit down, then I'm just receiving a lot, back. That's the way I used to think. So, but that also ended there. But we still have to move on because we actually have a destination. There's somewhere I'm going. Then somebody introduced a particular product again because I'm just particular about having a good product. You see, in business, you need a good product. What do I mean by product or services? Something that can solve people's problem. That's all you need. I used to tell people, you can never be broke if you have this mentality, knowing that there are a lot of problems. People have problems. Then you need to pose as a problem solver. So when you are broke and you need money, look around yourself and approach somebody. Study the kind of problem that person is having. And you say, please, can I do so for you? You are not begging, right? You want to render service. And you get paid. Today, a lot of graduates are out there roaming about, no job. You have neighbors who have cars, 3, 4 cars. Approach them. Oga, I'm a graduate and I don't have a job. Can I be coming every morning to wash your car so that I get something? Do you think if that man have something good for you, he will not offer you at the end of the day? But today, people are not ready to render services. So that's why you become a beggar. You don't have to beg anybody. There are problems everywhere. So this guy approached me and they gave me a product that's solving some health issues. And I look at the ingredient. I said, okay, this would be a good product to push into the market again. That was how I started. So this opportunity I'm about to share with you today, I came across it accidentally. Not something, I'm ready. I say, let me go into it. No. I never even know what it entails. I just, grab the opportunity. Let's see where this is going. Right? So the first 2-3 months, I was still looking at it. Okay, I can be selling this product and, making my profit and all that. That was all I can think of. Until it dawned on me that what I've been looking for all my life is here. And what is that? Leverage. So that's exactly where I want to take you this morning. So is my slide ready? Okay. So this takes me to, like I said earlier, I'm a business coach, and from my story you can see where I'm coming from. I didn't just wake up one day and I say I'm a business coach and I'm a business expert. So I've tried so many things. So now today I want to share with you what works. It has been working for a lot of people, and it's working for me as well, and with a lot of my team members. So that's what we are here today to share with you. And the topic is become an entrepreneur. Who is an entrepreneur? To start with. Entrepreneur is someone who starts a business and ready to take the risk, the loss, and everything in order to make money. You see, entrepreneurs, number one priority of an entrepreneur is to solve problems. So like I said, that is the mindset. Anywhere you go, you can never be broke because the first thing you will look at are the problems. So when there are problems in the land, entrepreneurs are always happy. You remember during the Ebola? I trust my Igbo guys. The moment Ebola just dropped back, the first thing they could think of is, okay, so what's, this is how entrepreneurs think. Why somebody are panicking and, they are looking for how to take advantage of that problem and make money. Because any problem comes with opportunities. When you see problem, you see opportunities. You see ways to make money. So, as an entrepreneur, another thing is you will be ready to solve problems. You will be ready to make mistakes along the line. You will be ready to fail. But one thing is they never stop. Entrepreneur, will never stop. Because why? From beginning, he know that his aim is to solve a problem. And until that problem is solved, he's not going to stop. Because the moment the problem is solved, what happened? Alert, Abby, money will keep coming. So that is an entrepreneur. So, to become an entrepreneur, the first thing you need to work on is your mindset. It is very, very important. You need to work on your mindset. Knowing that if you need money, you have to solve a problem. And in solving problem, you mustn't be an expert from beginning. Everybody who are called expert in anything today started as a novice. They know nothing. But they kept trying, they kept working on this, improving, and it got to a level they were called expert. So it's not a problem. You see, the problem today that a lot of people are still where they are is the fear of I don't want to fail. So you need to understand that if you must make it in life, you should be ready to fail. Let it be part of your package to fail. In fact, if you are not failed, I don't think you are on the right channel. Because you will only learn and become a professional through your failure. When you fail, you learn something. Every time you fail, you learn something that makes you better. So at the end of the day, you become a pro. So that is an entrepreneur. Now, to become an entrepreneur, one thing is you must own your own business. Right? You must own your own business. I know we have a lot of people in the house who are civil servants, who have their jobs, but you are all here because you have the mindset of an entrepreneur. You want to become an entrepreneur. Okay, my slide is ready. Okay, I guess since I cannot see it, let me use it here on my, so that, okay. So like I said, who's an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur is a person who starts a business and willing to risk loss in order to make money. So it's a risk. One thing in life is that if you are not ready to take a risk, you have just failed to become an entrepreneur. That's what it means. Don't just bother yourself. If you are not ready to fail, you can never become an entrepreneur. Because you will never make money if you are not ready to take risk, right? Because these days, if you notice, a lot of businesses are closing down, right? A lot of businesses are closing down. Sometimes because of the economy, because of so many things, that goes around it. But as an entrepreneur, they don't stop. If this place blocked and they realize that no market here again, does that mean they're going to pack their bag and say, I'm going home? No. They look at another area. That's an entrepreneur. So go for it. So what are the qualities of an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur is an individual who sets up business or businesses. They identifies and solves problems. You see, I mentioned this earlier, right? They identify, the first thing they do is to identify the problem. What are the problems? Then they solve that problems. And when you want to solve a problem, you have to be creative, right? You have to approach those problems, because when you want to solve a problem, it doesn't mean that you are the only one who wants to solve that problem. Some people have been providing a lot of, solutions and all that. So, but when you see the problem from a different angle, from a different perspective, and now you want to approach it, you have to be, creative and innovative. You have to come up with something new, something somebody have never done before, that would make people be like, oh, I think I love this, right? So, opportunists, they don't overlook any opportunity, and risk taker. You have to be ready to take risk if you want to become an entrepreneur. So, why you should be an entrepreneur? Why? Why should you be an entrepreneur? So this will explain better. This is cash flow quadrant. This is explained by Robert Kiyosaki, a renowned author. So he explained this thing for every one of us to understand, right? So this is 4 ways to produce income. Linear income versus leveraged and residual income. So with this diagram, everybody will understand where you belong and where you should be. So our topic is going to be based on how you can move from, a certain area, to the other where you should be. By the time I explain all these things, we will see where we are and where we want to be. So we'll now tell you the roadmap, that can take you to where you want to be. Because we've seen a lot of people who have taken that route, and today they are where they want to be. So that's what we're about to show you here today. So employee, you see, E stands for employee, S stands for self-employed, B stands for business owner, and investor stands for you own your own investments. So now, these are 4 categories of people in the world. They have been categorized into 4 places. You see, these 2 by this side, they belong to a particular, these are the linear income. This employee and self-employed. This guy said 95% of the world population, 95% of the world population are sharing only 5% of wealth. Maybe I need to come again. 95% of the world population are sharing only 5% of wealth. While we have 5% of population controlling 95% of wealth. If you are to say, you say, that's not fair. But it is what it is. That is the fact. So now the choice is yours. Where do you want to be? Among the 95% who are sharing only 5%, or among the 5% who are controlling the 5% of wealth? So the choice is now yours. So for us to see where me and you are right now and where we should be. So the first, among the 95% of people who share 5% of wealth, employee. We go to university, we did our PhD, masters, and the rest of them. To do what? To get employed, right? So that we can get good job, good salary, and everything. But what this guy is saying is that as an employee, it doesn't matter how much you are collecting. Your salary is not the issue here. But you belong among the 95% of people who share 5% of wealth. Why? You have a job. Yeah, thank God. That's what we're all praying for, to get a job, right? But no leverage. There's no leverage. You have to work for your money. You have to trade your time for the money. The first day at work, you come late, they warn you. The second time, you get query. If you repeat it next time, what happened? You're about to lose your job. Because what? They are only paying you for the time that you are given. Right? So no time, no money. So why all these people are under the 95% of people who are sharing 5% of wealth is because any day the time stops. You say, today I'm not giving that time again. What happened? The money stops as well. You don't get paid. So this is, and this can happen at any time. You mustn't say you are not doing it again. They can stop you. Right? They can stop you. During the pandemic, what happened? People lost their job naturally, right? We don't pray for that to happen, right? So, but we need to get plan B. So now, as an employee, because you have to trade your time, and your earning is relying solely on your efforts. You are the only one working for the money. By the time you are sleeping, no money is coming in. You have to wake up tomorrow morning and start from where you stop. Right? It has to be a continuous thing. Your time is involved. So, then self-employed, the same thing. I said, I love my freedom and everything. And instead of getting a job, I said, okay, let me go for a business so that I can be the boss of myself. But if I say because I'm the owner of the business and in the morning I was still sleeping, I didn't go out. Today I didn't go. Tomorrow I did not go. 1 week, what happened to me? I'll be broke. Not even by putting people People have tried this so many times, started a business, put some people, but what happened to that kind of business? Because your attention is needed. You have to monitor it. You have to see what is going on. If you are not doing that, what happened? You know? So self-employed is also under 95% of people who are sharing 5% of wealth. So now, let's go to the big boys. Business owner. These are the 5% of people who are controlling 95% of wealth. And why is that? You own a system. A system. You know, these guys, they own a system. Because there's leverage. System give you leverage. All the richest men in the world, they all have a system. Let me give you an example. Dangote. We'll be hearing Dangote everywhere. Cement, Dangote, this, Dangote, that. Did Dangote have to wake up every morning and start rushing to all these places before he make his money? Nah. He doesn't have to. Because what? He have a system in place that does all that. So he save his time. He have his time to himself. And you see, one of my mentors said this, and we all need to understand this. The most precious and costly thing in life is time. Time is something that rich people, they don't joke with. So what the rich people do with time is to use their money to buy time. Because once you have time, you are rich. What we don't have that makes us not have money is we don't have time. When you have enough time, you'll be rich. So let me give you an example. If a rich man wants to go to Lagos to execute an assignment or whatever, he will use his money to buy time by booking a flight so that he can go today, do whatever I want to do, and come back. He's going to pay a lot of money. That a poor man will look at it, for just one trip. So instead, what poor man will do is to use the time to buy the money. You go and, get ticket for a bus, right? You go in the morning, the whole day is gone. You will use tomorrow to do whatever I wanted to do. Then next tomorrow, you'll be coming back. 3 good days for something you could have done in hours, right? But because our mentality is on that money, we think we are saving money, whereas we are losing money. Because when you have time, you have money. So these guys, they have enough time to themselves, and they have a system in place where people are working for them. They can be anywhere at any time, and they are making money, right? So that is the big business owner. They are the 5% of people who are controlling 95% of wealth. So the last one is investor. The investor is, they own an investment. They have invested into so many things. They also have their time to themselves. They just push their money to work. It's the money that is doing this job for them. This one don't even have time, like the Dangote Ako. They don't even want to be the MD, they will be calling for anything. No. Theirs is to come up with a sound idea. And they have experience because, remember, they did not steal the money. They work for it. So they know everything about business. So when you come up with an idea, they know the type of business they can put their money that will bring more. Have anybody approached anyone that you want them to invest in your business before? And it's like you go for an interview, you want to get a job, because the kind of question they will ask you, if you are not equal to the task, by yourself, you know you are not getting anything from this man, right? So these guys put their money into work. Let the money do the work for them, and more money will be coming in. So here is the question. We've all seen how important for us to become an entrepreneur and everything, and how good it is, right? But as an employee or self-employed, there's a big gap between these people, these two, with these two, that we need to fill for us to cross. That's why you will see that the rich are getting richer, while the other are getting the other. I'm not going to say that. All right? So, because there's a big gap, we need a bridge, right, for us to be able to cross to the other side. and how easy it is. I just talk about Dangote now. So, Dangote. Okay, I think I have some guys here before I go into Dangote. I'm just saying Dangote because it's our own man here. Please show me those guys. So I want to know whether people know them. So when we are talking about famous entrepreneurs, who is this guy? This is Bill Gates. Without his name, sir, people know him, right? Okay, I think I have another. Who is this? Elon Musk. So, who is this? Mark Zuckerberg. And because I know say I will get serious issue with women here. So I put on our own. See, Oprah Winfrey. So look at these guys. From what I've been talking from beginning, when you look at these guys, what do you see? Is this not corresponding with everything I've been saying about entrepreneurs? These guys. Let me even pick this Zuckerberg. We knew when Facebook started how it was, right? As if they are begging us to come and use Facebook, isn't it? Just download it, it's free. The moment you post anything, they show it to the whole world. Just to do what? But today, if you mess up, they strike you out of the system. They don't need us again. There are about 2.8 billion Facebook users. 2.8 active users of Facebook. So just imagine, every time you open Facebook, what happened? This guy is doing what? He's getting paid. Is he the one sitting on the system saying, okay, let me see who come? No, there's a system in place. And what will be happening to this guy is just to be getting paid. We talk about innovation and everything. Look at Elon Musk. You know, we've been riding cars since 60s, 70s. So this guy just sit down, think of a new way. And he brought it up, people bought into it, and boom, So look at Bill Gates. These are old guys. Look at all these guys. These are entrepreneurs. So, but if your father is not a Dangote and Otedola and the rest of them in Nigeria, how easy for you to, because when you are talking about big business owner, we are not talking about, I own a shop at Wuse Market and Gariki. That's not what we are talking about here. We are talking about serious, business. A long-term business. I used to tell people, you see the problem today, why majority of people are still where they are is the way we think. Everybody are looking for quick money. No. Rich people don't think like that. They've been talking about refinery, Dangote refinery since 2018, right? We've been hearing the news, they are building refinery, everybody are waiting for it. We have not seen anything. Billions of dollars are going into that project. We have not seen anything. Does it mean they are not doing anything? Work is ongoing. A lot of money is going down into that project. But the moment they start, from that moment they start, what happened? They will begin to, and it will continue. The cement, since how many years back, that cement has been there, right? Remember, it took the same process, years, to put it together. But since that time to now, what they are making is what? Profit. This is how, rich people think. But today, I have 100,000 naira, and I want to double it to become 200,000 naira in the next 1 hour or 2 hours. Is that a business? No. Anything you look for in very, very quickly, you can lose it as quick as possible as well. But when you follow the process, gradually, that's long-term investment. You will continue to what? To enjoy that investment. So today, we have something that can help every one of us. It has been helping us. You see some people wearing some T-shirts. That's our partners who are already, enjoying the benefit of the opportunity we're about to share with you. And the owner of this opportunity, this company, is someone who also attended a program like this. He saw the opportunity. He took it some years back. But he also have a big dream. Today, he has brought to us new hope. He has brought to us new hope to also change other people's lives the same way his was changed. Right? So, we have an opportunity. Like I said, everything we are going to be talking about, I just laid the foundation. I told you about solving a problem. Then when you solve problem, what happens? You get paid. Every work we are doing as an employee, we are solving problem. The day you are not useful to them, what happens? They throw you out of the window, right? So, but there's a limit. That's the difference. There's a limit that you can get from that. So we want to give you this, the one that there's no limit, unlimited benefit. You understand? So that's how to think. If you have to solve a particular problem, and there is a particular amount of money that's attached to it, you can't get more than that. We all understand what I'm saying. So that will bring you back to an employee. So what we are doing here is we want to make you an entrepreneur who will have unlimited chances of becoming whoever you want to become. We want to expose you to a business that you can decide how much you want to be making every week. A decision that, okay, I want to decide that every week, every month, this is what I want to be making. And there's a target. There's the money on the table. And do this. When you do it, you get this. So by yourself, you can say, okay, if I'm able to do this in 2 times this, then I can get this. I love that kind of challenge, me. I love that kind of challenge. Just show me what I need to do, right? And what I need to get. And so if I can do that times 10, right? It means I will get times 10 of what you promised. Is that what you're saying? You say, yeah, okay, let's go. So that's the kind of opportunity we want to. So, but I will not go into how we can make the money. We need to first show you the problem that we need to solve. Problem leads to money. When we solve the problem, that's when we get the money. So now is the time to talk about the problem and what we have that can solve that problem so that we can be getting paid. So, MC, I think I'm done here. So you need to call somebody who is best to talk about the problems and how to solve it and everything so that money can be rolling into our work. So when it comes to money, I'm like Igbo man. So I like talking about money. So I will come back to talk about the money.
Wow. I think you will all agree with me now